My only really ailment is my neck.
What's wrong with your neck?
Just I've had so many whiplashes, like just we call them chicken necks, because you shoot out, and I've had so many like different ways that whenever I'm like if I'm sitting here and someone were to call me over there, when I go to turn to look at them, they'll definitely say like, "What's wrong with your neck?"
Oh.
That happens to me every day, and I'm like, "What's wrong with my neck?" I don't know, 40 years of whiplash.
Have you got an MRI?
Yeah, and I do. That's the only thing that I get worked on. So there's a guy near where I live who does chiropractic, but also does a lot of body work, and he just works on my neck once a week.
Just massages it? And,
Yep.
Yeah. Have
Just
you ever
tries
heard
to get it loose.
of a thing called an iron neck? You know what
Yes.
that is? Yeah, have you ever used that?
I did try, but it was just awkward. It's weird though. A lot of my peers, they have more knee problems than ankle problems, and I've just realized that mine's all on my neck.
You never had any knee problems or ankle problems at all?
I had surgery. I tore my meniscus in both knees. Actually, got it cut out. Tore my PCL, but always came back from it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty lucky. I was always very flexible as a kid, so I know that was to my advantage for sure.
Oh, for sure.
And like I said, when I went through the sort of street era of the early 90s, I was rolling my ankles left and right. So I never actually broke an ankle, but they're loose.
They've got some play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, you know what? If they say skate parks are open, the skaters will do it. They're
They'll get the
very
sand out.
Yeah. They're all very DIY resourceful.
It's just like what
I did see some
bureaucrat.
helicopter footage on a news feed where there were some guys that actually dug a sort of a path so that they could skate through the park. So they cleared out one area, and they kept trying. Like this guy was trying to get a trick on video, so he kept trying the same trick, and the helicopters just shoot him. I was like, "What world are we living in?"
So strange.
Like I said, I've kind of narrowed down my discipline to the ramp because I know how to fall on a ramp, and I wear the pads, and that's what's kept me going.
But even that's why I'm encouraging strength and conditioning. Like when I see people in their 50s that are doing things, I'm like, ooh, okay. But do you lift weights? Because you should, really, like just get a fucking trainer, man. Just keep your bone density. That's what's really a real problem when people get older. Is their shit breaks so easy.
Right.
The things that normally you just bounce off of and be fine, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, there's some clicking in my arm. You're like, oh shit, I gotta go to a hospital. And then a normal fall causes you to have a cast.
Yeah, I learned that. Well, I broke my pelvis.
Oh!
I was almost 40. Something that I had done many times before that, and the loop that we were skating was kind of weathered and kind of slow, and I tried to adjust for that, and I just overshot it. Like I shot out at the top and then just fell straight to the bottom.
That's gotta affect you. Jamie broke his butt bone out here with a hoverboard, and he was fucked up. You were fucked up for like a year, right?
Yeah, it came and went. I thought I got fixed. Couldn't get fixed. No one I went to knew what was going on.
It took. He had to self-identify what the injury was, and then who was it that had a similar injury?
Zach Bitter came in and said he had the same thing.
Right.
He went and got MRIs. The doctor told him he was okay, and then he re-looked at it and was like, "Hey, by the way, you have a small fracture and like."
Yeah, like your whole body freezes up.
I couldn't walk for like 25 yards. I had to stop and sit. And let it loosen up.
I had the same thing. And,
when you're a 200-pound man or whatever you weigh, somewhere around there, and you fall like on polished concrete on your asshole, like that's a lot of weight. Like butt first.
So when I went through that, the thing that I had to adjust mostly was that I didn't realize I was favoring my back foot when I would skate because the fracture of my pelvis was on my front leg or front leg side, and I ended up
injuring something else.
I actually got KO'd once because I was leaning back more than I should have been, and I thought I was balanced, and then found myself just on my back like KO'd.
Oh shit.
And then another time I was putting so much weight, like, because when you skate, you put one foot on the tail of the board, and I was trying to get speed for something going on the big ramp, and I had so much force on my tail that I broke it off. Like going through the flat bottom of the ramp, my tail just was left behind me with my foot doing the splits. I basically sat around for almost 2 months. and then slowly started to walk, and then was skating about like 6 weeks after not walking. And
So you didn't do any rehab?
yeah, I did some stuff in the pool. I did have a trainer that was helping me. A guy that I knew that used to work on skate stuff. So he did help me for a few weeks. And then I started skating. It was actually, I was working towards a goal. We had a big exhibition in Orlando that was already booked. And I was like, all right, that's the timeline.
How many weeks out was that?
I want to say it was about 12 weeks from when I got hurt.
Oh, wow. That's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
To recover from a bone break,
Yeah,
almost
I mean,
40.
I didn't, wasn't my best performance, not my best work, but I got through it and then really had to figure out how to rebuild my confidence. That's the thing I lost the most.